Going on, guys? So today's topic, we're going to talk about collections and how do you handle collections. Because we have specific letters that go to collectors, right? So collectors, it's a little bit different letter than you would send to a credit bureau. Credit bureau, you're disputing the accounts and you're asking them to validate the accounts, prove that they're yours. Well, collections is kind of the same thing. You're sending what's called a validation letter. And a validation letter is also kind of saying the same thing, but differently. And basically you're telling them validate that collection, prove that it's mine. Give me the written contract that I sign that says I agree to pay these things, right? So I have a client here that we're working on that I'm gonna read a letter. I would show it to you, but the problem is it has her name, address, stuff like that. And it's in different parts, or I would just block it off on the screen, but I gotta scroll to read it. So this particular client came with us and she had 8 collections. What was good about this client, what happened was we sent our first round of letters, like we always do to the credit bureaus, disputing them. Then, or basically telling them to prove that it belongs to our client, to her, right? So then at the same time, we sent validation letters to the collection agencies or companies that were trying to collect money. So we got a response. We got a response from different collection agencies. But long story short, all out of the 8 of them, 6 of them came off within the first month, just removed. That was great, easy, right? So one of the collection companies that got removed was called Wakefield and Associates. They had 3 separate collections. So out of the 8, 3 of them were theirs, right? Belonged to this collection agency. So this kind of shows you Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, they're kind of full of it at times, because when we disputed it with them, they removed it within the first month. They removed it, which is great. But apparently they didn't communicate with Wakefield and Associates, which is great for us. This will show you that don't always believe what the 3 credit bureaus say, and it proves that they do like to play games, and it's just a game you have to play. And this is why sometimes credit repair takes a little bit longer, 4, 5, sometimes 6 months, or sometimes it's quick like it was with this one, right? So anyways, Wakefield Associate had 3 collections on this particular client, disputed it with all 3 credit bureaus. All 3 credit bureaus removed all 3 of the collections from Wakefield Associates within a month. First dispute letter, removed them. Awesome. But remember, when we disputed them with the credit bureaus, we also sent out validation letters to the actual collection agencies, right? Collection agencies responded, Wakefield Associates, and this is what they said. Our offices are in receipt of your dispute and request for verification. Please be advised that we have contacted our client who has confirmed the name and address listed on the account as well as the amount owed. Enclosed are billing statements provided by our client that show the charges. Should you have any questions, contact us. Then as you scroll down, there's a bill. This bill is for $725. So, number one, they're saying, hey, yeah, it's yours. But the credit bureaus just removed it. Anyways, all 3 of them. So I guess they didn't communicate somehow, which happens. Which is great. So I'm not gonna even respond with my second validation letter to this because there's no need, it got removed. But the validation letter should be a contract signed saying, hey, I agreed to pay this. All they did was send us a bill. Well, anybody could send a bill. Anybody could type up a bill and send it and say, hey, you need to pay this, this is yours. No, prove it. I don't remember that. Prove it. I do not remember this bill, why I got it. Prove it's mine. Show me proof. So anyways, there would have been a follow-up letter to this stating case law, lawsuits and stuff like that, saying that they have to do it, they have to validate it, or they have to remove it. But we didn't need to because it got removed anyways. This particular collection is a medical bill. So what they sent was a saying you were in the ER on this date, $725. That gets into the HIPAA law, right? All they said was an ER bill. That's fine. But if they send out a bill to you documenting what was happened, blood was taken out because whatever medical reason you had, maybe you passed out, maybe you fainted, maybe you low sugar, you're a diabetic, whatever it is. If they send you a bill, which happens, if they send you a bill trying to document that this belongs to you and it has your medical stuff on there, then there's a good chance they're in violation of the HIPAA law, because now they had better prove and show a contract that's signed by you and also a signature saying that they're allowed to have those records of you, because on HIPAA law, nobody's supposed to have information about you that's medical except the doctor. So then you start getting into where they get fined and all that stuff. Once you send that HIPAA letter, if they do violate that, best believe that's coming off your credit real quick, because they don't want a problem. With this client, didn't have to get into that. It got removed right away, so we're not worried about it. We're not going to even respond to them, even though they didn't give us a proper validation. No need to, it got removed. But anyway, so validations, collections, that's how you get those removed. We dispute it with the credit bureaus and with the collection agencies, with separate letters to them. And we wait to see what happens and who responds, and we kind of put them against each other. There are follow-up letters with our dispute letters with credit bureaus. We have 4 letters, so we disputed up to 4 times, and each one progressively gets more and more threatening and lawsuits and talks about stuff like that. So that's how you do it. It's not that hard, but you got to keep track of everything. You got to know what you're saying, what you're doing. Like I said, we keep track of the day we mailed it with our receipt, the day that they received it, when we get our green card with a stamp saying what day they received it. We have a timeline that we know once they receive it, they have 30 days to respond. We stay on top of all that. It's a lot to stay on top of. So if you're going to do it on your own, make sure you document everything, have a timeline of everything. Hope this helped you guys with the collections. There'll be more videos to come on other topics. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe.